Oh, yes. Yeah. Welcome to our first episode. We were gonna do a pro intro. We just totally forgot because we were just so excited. And kind of just we're out of time for the day. So we just went for it and we forgot to make an introduction. So this is me making an introduction. We're gonna talk in this episode just about us and a little bit about what we're achieving with this podcast and where we will go. It's a mess, but we'll pick it up. You'll soon know that we have like some in the episodes upcoming. It'll get better. Believe me, it's gonna be better. I am Mert, by the way. The other person you will be hearing will be Mike. Um, so yeah, that's our little introduction for now. For the rest of it, I recommend you just to watch further and listen to it. What? More listening. Yeah, it's a podcast. You know what I mean. Don't bully me. Goodbye. I'm gonna like start like I
Yes.
didn't do that yet. Like it's been a while, but I need to find like what I like to wear. I think I like formal wear, um, to wear casually. I like
Yeah,
it.
I've seen you have like fucking hipster phases. I
I
remember.
Yeah, but like those hipster faces became out of like I don't know what to wear. This probably works together. Oh shit, I look like a hipster.
Yeah, you really did look like a hipster. You had a
But
man bun, the glasses, the
oh man,
beard, the
oh
fucking clothing. I wasn't sure if you actually fucking did it on purpose or
no,
just
no, it's
actually
never
it
on
became.
purpose. That's the
It's
problem.
never on
That's
purpose.
the problem.
You're an actual true hipster.
Yeah, it's just in my blood. No, it
It's
just
in my
happens.
fucking blood. Hey, let's be honest, you do have the attitude to be an hipster, to be totally honest.
Do I like
You
the
do.
hipster behavior?
Yeah, you're kind of like disagreeable. You know your value, so that makes you like really like opposing to like a certain like amount of like ideas, and that kind of like that's kind of sounds like hipster culture to me.
I mean, I guess the problem with me is
And,
just like
and,
I
and you're
like stuff.
also never trying to fucking you're never trying to fit in, which is the whole thing of being hipsters, being a
Hey,
hipster.
I mean I make the environment fit with me.
That makes sense.
You know, I tell the environment no.
No, I reject.
I'm not here with you. You're here with me.
Whoa, you're taking the role as the agent fighting in the
Yeah, no
arena.
man, I have no idea. I just really
Oh,
like fashion. Like I like the aesthetic of like good fashion, but like casual wear and that sort of stuff. Like I don't really have an emotional connection to. Some people wear
yeah.
like some people do it really well, and I can respect that, and I like that when people do it really well. But
Yeah.
when you do it
I also
half-assed,
do. I do like aesthetic, to be honest.
oh, I like it too, and I want to focus that like on that a bit more with time. For me, for now, I'm just like financially not there yet because the clothing I want to buy is mostly like pretty expensive.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't I like to wear like more in like more like clothing that's more on formal wear, you know.
Dude, you should actually really check out like vintage stores and secondhand shit because you can
Oh, I
find like
will. I
really.
will. It's just
Yeah, because
I
you got.
haven't made the time to like get in that world because I will because I'm
Yeah.
interested in like fashion because it's really interesting to how they do that. I find
Hmm.
it really interesting to look at how like in fashion you're literally like you're expressing an aesthetic, like that's so interesting to me. With what you wear you express yourself, and if you
Hmm.
do that well you can probably reach out and like make people feel what you feel by only wearing a certain idea of and certain
Yeah.
clothes.
That's really interesting. Yeah, you're just really fucking. You're actually really shining like
Yeah.
what you want to represent.
Yes, that's why fashion is really interesting. I find everything interesting, but fashion is interesting because it's literally like expressing yourself by like literally like make yourself look good, make yourself look a certain way. Like if you're messy, like a hipster look, like you're just gonna look like a hipster. There is no attachment to like if you look good, you look good.
Yeah, if
But
you really get sucked into a lifestyle, that's just all you
yeah,
are.
yeah. Like, but the interesting thing with the hipster looks, it's like I know your aesthetic. Okay, I get it, but
I fucking know you. I
but
look at you and I fucking know you.
I feel like it's not that expressive.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, well,
Fairly
yeah, that's
casual, right?
yeah, that's a paradoxical thought if you really think about it.
It's really
I'm
casual.
trying to I'm trying to express myself, so I will actually like indulge myself in this fucking lifestyle, so I can actually like represent this, and then
No.
you're just kind of making yourself like more two-dimensional.
Yeah, but like I like when I look at hip hop, that's a certain kind of style of wear. Definitely.
Yeah,
It's not just skinny
yeah,
jeans
really,
or
yeah,
like
oh,
just
dude,
a hat.
no,
It's like
yeah,
actually like
no, it's
looking
not
at
skinny
what
jeans,
kind
come
of
on.
hats you need and like I know that's my point. It's just like it's literally just
Skinny
looking.
fucking jeans.
Yeah, that's not what it is. They never wear skinny jeans. It's always like something more complicated, expressive. Like it's not casual
Yeah,
wear. It's like urban to the degree of urban. Like you want to be like it's the idea of underground. You want to express that you're
Yep.
that's really
Wearing
cool on hip
jersey
hop.
clothing, wearing sportswear,
Yeah,
chains, accessories is actually also a really
yeah.
important part of it.
That
I
is.
don't really understand accessories that
Oh,
much.
I do.
I,
Let me
you
explain
do?
this. Yeah, like it's pretty interesting and simple actually, but because like in urban like when you're in an urban idea like banks, you don't trust banks. So what is the next best thing to invest in?
Yeah,
That's that.
yeah,
That is actually
yeah. That
where
makes
that came
sense.
from.
Good
Like
point.
gold teeth,
Yeah.
and that's actually that from that. Like there is you want to
Yeah,
like
that
think
I
it's
understand, but I just don't get like useless accessories, like having just a random watch on you just to have a random
that's
watch.
still
you know,
money. Like if you have a good Rolly, that like thing that value
yeah, a
never
Rolex,
drops.
yeah, that appreciates value over time. Yeah, sure, yeah, yeah, I'm on that shit, but I'm actually just talking about like a $10 watch or a $15 watch with a like a nice little quartz logo
No,
on
there
it.
is.
Like,
I
so,
think there is some beautiful like aesthetic that you can express with a watch. Like
it is,
it's like I like to
but it's
wear.
just
I have like one watch that like is pretty okay and like pretty expensive. Like it's from Citizen. Like that's like a Japanese like big company.
interesting.
And they make like really good watches. And I have like one that I just wear because I just like to wear a watch sometimes. You know, it's like a thing I just choose to do sometimes. But it feels different. It's still an expression. Like I don't know what it is, but it feels great to just have a watch.
I have time on me. Look at me, human. I know what time is.
I
I
have
look
al-
at this and
I always
and I
have-
understand this. There are actually people who just only just understand digital clocks.
Oh yeah, those people.
Yeah, that is
exist.
a thing.
Yeah.
But I remember being in a developmental stage and also not understanding like actual clocks.
Yeah, but like there are a lot of people our age that just like, and there are people that don't know left to right, and that's just also interesting to me.
Yeah, but that is kind of interesting. I just said to myself once, I should know this 100% because like I know if I just
I had the
because my
same.
mother is actually also really fucky with that. I actually just had to tell her the tricks of okay, just fucking just make a box with your like index finger and your thumb, and you just look at the L shape. Yeah, that's left.
And
And the other side where you got a reverse L, which is not right because it's a fucking reverse L. That's right.
No, when you like having like and you put it on your forehead like a shape like a L, and you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. You
No,
know.
no, don't do this. No, don't
Hey,
do this.
hey
It's too
now.
early for this.
Hey now.
It's too early for
No,
this.
no.
Come on, it's
Just-
episode 1.
You
Yes,
did it.
let's.
You just did
yes,
it. No, you did
I
it.
did it. I
You
broke
did it.
through.
You did it.
Oh, it's episode 1. Welcome, everybody. We're speaking to the void, but welcome, everybody.
Yeah, but you know that's also interesting about like starting this podcast with like
Yeah, it is.
we're just talking, We're just
We are
talking.
just talking.
We're just
That's the
talking.
whole reason we're doing this. We're
Yeah.
just fucking talking. We always talk to each other. Now we just said, let's just
Yeah,
talk with
just
people.
record it and just see it and
Yeah,
like
just
if and
fucking record
invite
it.
people
Exactly.
to our
Yeah,
to
have a
our
reason to
rant.
actually communicate with random people we find
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
We
that's my
needed
lifeblood,
something.
baby.
We needed
We did.
something.
We need an outlet for this shit, and like just the two of us isn't
Yeah.
enough.
Oh, just the two of us.
Yeah. It's gonna get pretty crazy because we have no actual like standard we cater to. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, like we're so unbiased.
we just generally just don't give a shit. We just
No.
like to explore ideas, like
Yeah.
whatever wherever they might go, like intellectually, like
I-
a little
I
bit
like
about
to.
life. Like
Exactly.
it doesn't have to be only good. We can talk about like hard shit. Like we can talk about like drug abuse. We can talk about
Ooh.
violence, but
Like-
we can also talk about like the great shit in life.
Drugs
Like, we're-
is
we're,
so
like-
interesting on
Drugs
itself.
are
That's
so
such a
interesting.
complicated thing. Or like
Yeah.
mushrooms are also so fucking interesting.
Yeah, and society is just actually
Oh.
starting to accept like
Oh
every
yeah,
little piece of
psilocybin
it.
and stuff. Like it's now in research, and they're like actually getting proof of a lot of things. It's really
Yes,
cool.
and we're actually questioning big pharma now, which
Yeah,
is really
that's also
fucking
really,
good.
really
That's
interesting.
really important.
Oh
if you
yeah,
ask
true.
me.
Everything, like every kind of like self-regulation is really important.
Yes.
When you say, "Oh, that's a wrong," and then they're just like, "How would you know? You're not the big pharma." And it's like, "Wait, but like we know now. We know everything. We have the internet."
We have the yeah exactly. We have the internet, and the internet is a being of itself because we're all connected to it, and we should
Yeah.
make proper use out of it, and that's why we're doing this,
Yeah.
making proper
You know,
use out
like
of it.
I see like internet as like this whole new system of social, like it's a social bubble. It's definitely a social bubble. The whole thing is a social bubble with like
And
little
it's-
bubbles inside it, you know, like a lot of.
And it's
little bubbles.
communication in the fourth fucking dimension, or fifth
Yes.
actually.
Like
Which
any-
is it, fourth or fifth?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's
I'm not
actually
sure.
like the fifth. I think it's the fifth because
Yeah,
like
I'm
it's,
gonna just look it up what it actually means.
like there's like we're talking about the Egyptian dimensions, right?
Dimensions. No, I mean like the manner of how we talk about this, because you can talk in a 2D, a plane of 2D, which or we can actually just talk about like events.
Yeah.
So we talk about in time, so that means we're talking in the third dimension. But now I just really want to understand, like, if we're talking about like forms of communication, like, is that a conversation you're having in the fourth or fifth dimension?
I think this is third dimension then.
Yeah, it's third.
Because
You know
like
what?
2 dimension is
I'm gonna
like
look into
two
it.
dimensional, two perspectives, right? And then like when the third is like the person that listens to the conversation that has been held by the two perspectives. Like
Yeah, but if we're
third-
holding
third
like a
person
conversation
viewing.
right now, and someone else in another location is listening to us talk and trying to understand it, isn't that like breaking beyond like time? So wouldn't that be like
I don't
fourth
think
or
we're
fifth
breaking
dimension?
beyond that time. I think we're just data at some point. Like we're just
Well,
data.
for sure, we're just data.
And somebody is just consuming the data that is made by other people. I think that's
Yes.
how it works. Like looking,
Yes,
I
we're
remember,
talking, we're just
like,
learning our speech from
Egyptians-
zeros.
yeah, like I remember Egyptians had like an interesting idea of how dimensions worked. They like had like different perceptions of how it worked. Like they said like the fourth dimension is love, if I'm not wrong, and that was really interesting to think about. Like.
Which dimension is love? Oh yeah, you're totally right. The fourth dimension believes love is a feeling that reveals itself when it is extended to others.
Yeah.
This mindset thinks love is the ability to control the love they feel with their own loving thoughts, being
But-
grateful,
but like
forgiving,
love-
and using your inner guidance.
Yeah.
By Google.com, first thing it showed me.
But we also know as love, like I think you noticed that, and I definitely like feel it definitely now. It's just with love, you
sure,
also feel
for sure.
like you can do a lot. You can like so much, a
Yeah.
lot of doors open. Like your idea of
Yes.
probability and everything just expands. Even it might be not realistic, but that doesn't matter when you're in love with something. It can
The-
be,
the
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just go
Like
ahead.
even with like addiction and stuff, like it's sometimes like it can like sometimes like the thin line between addiction and love can be really vague, so you don't even know
Yeah.
what it is, right? Like
Yeah, yeah. If you're adding addiction to it, it gets complicated
yeah, it
real
is
quick.
so like, but like there are so many factors that play into the idea of love. Like
Yep.
you can love somebody, but they might absolutely hate you. How do you deal with
Yep.
that, right? Like
Yeah.
those are so interesting, like dimensions. Like it's so bad to feel that. Imagine feeling that you love somebody, absolutely adore and love them, and you know them, but they are so like not open for it, and they despise you for you being so in that idea of it, you know?
Damn.
Right?
Getting
Like,
real.
literally hating. Like that's a thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the most beautiful thing about it is, um, when you got yourself own love, self love in control, you can just start loving and like just don't give a shit about
Yeah.
the reciprocation of love.
Yes, definitely.
Because it's good enough that you are
No,
able to love someone else.
was it good old Kendrick? Was it good old
Yes!
one of those
Episode
those
1, talking
people?
about Kendrick,
Yes,
let's
yes,
go!
yes. You can't please every mind, you know.
Yes,
You can't
exactly.
please every mind.
Everybody. Can't please everybody. Yeah, good old Kendrick. But
Yeah.
that's also like exactly what he's trying to do. He's
Yeah.
actually trying to break those boundaries, and he's trying
Yeah,
to
it's-
communicate that like
his last-
universal love with music.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. That is his way of like actually just transcending that idea of love.
Yeah, like he wants to like I don't Kanye, I think Childish Gambino, and Kendrick have like this beautiful thing where they try to fight against the idea of a culture. They want to expand out of that, which is really interesting to see. When also other people like can't engage with it because they don't even understand what they're talking about. Because Kendrick and Kanye and Childish Gambino, they use so much like abstract use of
Yep.
words that it sometimes even gets too complicated to like even understand what they're saying, which is really like that's the problem with it. Like if you're not like I think the vocabulary of like Kendrick specifically, like the words he uses, like you need to have been going to a school or read some books to like even like understand what he's saying. Like the song of I think was it
What do you think about it? Let me just add something real quick. Also, just to being able and open enough to understand like real love, you have to really you must like open yourself from all of the pain you have been carrying from like childhood and everything. And that's the big thing. Like some people just never open up to that degree and will never understand because they just have some kind of trauma in any
Yeah.
kind of form.
yeah
And that's the whole thing. Opening yourself to that fourth dimension, quotation mark, because you really gotta like start opening yourself up, and that makes you vulnerable, and that fucking hurts. That just fucking hurts. And but when you get it, when that moment when you actually fully understand that concept, and you're actually starting to be able to understand that kind of communication,
yeah that's so crazy.
leaps and bounds you'll be able to get to make, man, for fucking sure.
Oh man.
You find that song you want to talk about?
Yeah, like it's like at the like how much a dollar costs. He
Ah,
uses so many
yes.
words that just are so like have triple, four, like even four.
Yes, but
four
then you're really
meanings.
talking about also like religion and shit.
Yeah, but it's not only religion. It's also about like when you have everything and you did everything and you did like really worked hard to get everything and you took every chance that you could get, and at some point he's like and then somebody asks you for a bit of faith, but you never got that. You never got like any kind of help. Why should you give help? Right? Like what position am I in? Now I can give, now I can like help others, but nobody helped me. Why should I do that? And like it's
Yeah.
really
Also, he understands like that the homeless guy is a fucking tweaker, still is an active tweaker. He knows he's lying and is just using pretentious religious bullshit
yes.
just to get his way.
Yes, exactly. And but he's like also like how would I trust, when do I trust somebody to give faith in them, and like when do I give money to the homeless and when do I not? Like how do I know the homeless person is not going to just still fall in his cycle of reckless spending? So yeah, it's really interesting to look how that is formulated and how he writes that story and how much he tells, like just without not even saying it, not out loud saying it, but we can feel what he's feeling. It's really cool.
Let me just read this from the lyrics real quick. I wash my hands, I said my grace. What more do you want from me? Exactly.
Yeah, that's goddamn.
Yeah, Kendrick is a great man. He knows exactly what he's doing. I love his work.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
And let's take this opportunity to talk about us a little bit, where our interest lies a little bit, because we're two different people. We have two whole different like knowledge banks that we manage to like connect real good with each other. Because I myself, I'm like how I think about like everything comes from a biological perspective. Because in my little heart, I'm a little biologist. I like to think scientifically. My hopes and dreams is to study biology. But I have a deep interest in philosophy. I love to like read philosophical books. But I'm not planning to do like something like in my career directly with it. I just want to aid my like journey. And I love hip hop. I love metal. I love music in general. And yeah. That I'm gonna use that knowledge from all my interests in this little podcast journey we have here.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
And you my man, Merchan.
Well,
what are your interests?
Yeah, my interests are like not like there are in some ways aligned, but not like that's why we can like go off. Like I have a lot of interest in history. I like to read a lot of history, and I like to get like deep into the nitty-gritties of like how did it happen, right? Like how did certain things happen, and there are always many.
How did we get there?
Yeah, like how many factors did play, and you can never know every factor, but it's also interesting to look at what clear mistakes did we make that we can still defend. Like I like to look at that.
Let's not repeat history.
Yeah,
maybe the Renaissance. Yeah, let's have a third one, I guess. But like war and shit, and like segregation. So, nah. I prefer not to.
Like people, like, it's always painful how people don't understand how bad war is. Nobody wins in war, and like mentally, physically, your culture is always gonna get hurt, always. And with other interests I have like. I like just to like write stuff. I like to be busy with just money. Like I found it interesting to see how the dynamic and value of the world works. Like when we look at like, I mean, we live in Europe, so we can talk in euros. Like how much money are you worth? Like how much does somebody need to pay you to a certain kind of job?
How much a euro costs?
Yes, how much a euro costs? Exactly. the loop around, the reference, the spinny. I love hip hop.
Weaving thoughts.
I love hip hop. Music. I try to expand myself right now, but I feel like I have a certain connection with hip hop that I really have a hard time having with other music.
That cultural background
that
working for you.
cultural background working for
Yeah,
me.
that cultural background.
And yeah, I don't know. I like to learn everything, everything a little bit,
Same.
just to
Yep.
like have a bit of like a conversation standpoint with people, just to help me understand other people easier.
Yeah, I really just want to understand other people as well. That's like my whole goal trying to do any of this. Like it's
Yeah.
all aligned in
Yes.
some shape or form. We just want to fucking talk
Yes.
with
We
people. We
use
just want to
different
understand
tools.
other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
You look like
We are,
you use the physiology of of the humankind, you know, and I look at the history of the humankind. Of You look at what we can do and what we are, and I look at what we have done and what we're still doing.
yes.
It's really interesting how that perspective like co-aligns.
Yes. And our whole goal is if we're actually able to like get people to talk with us,
Yeah.
we use our individual tools to get our own, like to open like as many insights of that person
Yeah. No,
as
it's
possible.
like I also like a lot of random stuff, like knowing random stuff of people, because you know what is interesting? People dissociate from every kind of person. And when you like have people, when you talk to people, it feels like when you do an interview that's 50 minutes about only them and you're not asking any personal questions, that can like
It creates
dissociate you
distance.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you like try to like even make it more human, like ask them like what type of food they like, what is their favorite thing to do when they wake up in the morning, and that sort of stuff. Like I like to like what kind of music are they listening to? That's like all intriguing question
Yep.
that tells a lot about their personality without them
Exactly.
even having to tell anybody. Like anything about it. Like if somebody tells me they listen to Pink Floyd, like that tells me
Yes.
certain things about them. If they tell me they like listen to
The
heavy
truth.
metal or like classic opera, like classic
all
music,
music.
and it's really interesting to see how people like actually like if they mainly listen to a certain type of music, how that already can
Yeah.
express them a little
Yeah.
bit.
Do you only listen to hip hop? Do you only listen to fucking classical music? It's
Yeah.
alright, dude. We don't judge. We just want to understand.
Not only understand, it's just like it adds a little flavor to the idea of who people are. Like I find it interesting that people just like, completely dissociate and say them, but like there are so many things you probably do the same. Oh, you take a
Yeah.
shit in a toilet? He do, oh, they do too. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh nay. Are you
Yeah,
gonna
that's.
are you gonna change that? You're doing the same stuff. Oh no.
Oh, we look alike. Oh no! Yeah, but that's actually
You
a
like to
really
use salt?
important thing you're saying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's also my whole thought process about everything. Because people like to talk about women, men, dark-skinned people, Caucasian people. We're all fucking the same species,
literally the same.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Please
We're the
chill, chill. What's the whole reason that we're here? Because we're fucking social and we're trying to fucking connect with each other. Let's try our best actually to fucking work together. Am I right? Or am
Yeah.
I wrong? If I'm wrong, just say so. I'll gladly entertain the fucking
No,
idea.
you're perfectly right.
Hey, I'm glad at least you think so.
but what the main issue is, people want to draw circles around things. The idea
Yeah.
of truth, like how can you draw a circle around the idea of truth? Everybody has something different going for them. You can't say, "Oh no, my car doesn't work so well, so all cars must be bad." What? That logic, like that, there are so many people that just go by that logic, like just saying like, "Oh my God, 1+1, it equals 2," but like 2+2, like goddamn, why does it equal 4? I don't get it. Just, but
Because it
no.
must be.
It must be.
It must be.
It must be.
It Tempest must be like that. Yes, my first Tool reference. Let's go, baby. We're starting the shit off good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah, I like it. It's crazy though. There are
Hey,
like,
at the end of the day, we're just trying to have fun. Come on, guys.
oh yeah, yeah. You know,
We're just trying to live our best lives. Come on, dude.
we're just trying. Life is so
Yeah,
funny.
we are just trying.
Life is so
It is
funny.
pretty funny. It's like haha funny
Yeah.
if you let it be.
You just start with something and you started it, and it's like, oh well, it's here now.
Yeah,
You created something.
we
You-
all come from the soil.
You did the thing, you know.
We did the thing.
We did
We
the
are
thing.
doing the thing.
But I'm like what I would be interested about to see where this podcast goes is really see
Yeah.
how far we get to connect with the world with only this,
Yes.
you know, like
Yes.
how many people we can reach out to just by
Determination.
talking. Like I want to talk to every kind of person. That's
Yeah, exactly.
like that's why like the whole idea why I'm doing it in English now. But like, come on, this is like humans. We're humans. We're made to be social. We're like living in
Yeah.
herds. We always want to join the
Feed
bubble.
us, and so that we can feed you.
Yes,
If
feed us.
someone will eventually listen, like we're talking just to the fucking empty void right now, but
I mean-
who knows? Maybe like eventually, like we will like look back at this moment and think, yeah, how interesting.
Yeah.
Now things are different in yeah, you must think in the future, but in the future, in the current moment, in the current moment.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Are you still following us? This is this is exactly what you're going to.
Yes.
You should expect this more from us. This is
Yeah.
exactly how
We'll go
it
on
always goes.
tangents.
Yeah, we do go on tangents. That might actually be our like biggest weakness, to be honest.
Maybe, but I think there is some beauty in like to be able to going on tangents means that you have something to
Yeah.
express, right? You need to like share something,
That's true.
get something out, and
Off your chest.
yes, exactly. God,
Yeah, and that makes this worthwhile.
yeah, I want to talk about so much stuff. Like I find it so interesting that life is so colorful and so like there are
Yes.
people that are literally blind and like play music on a piano and like have the happiest life. They just
Yeah.
feel the joy in just playing music and
Let
getting
the
in there.
colors
That's so
inside of you.
interesting. Yeah,
Let life come to you and just don't try your best not to reject it.
yeah. When you
That's what it's all about. Just you try your fucking best.
Yeah. What people don't understand, there are so many possibilities, so many things you can do. Like what
Mhm.
even oh my god, with the internet?
Yeah. Possibilities are literally endless.
Endless. If you're like living in a place where you have like solid internet, it just goes on, or like even if it's like up and down, just download some pages or whatever, like come on. You can like soak up so much energy. Your brain is literally a sponge. Just feed it right.
Information is fucking everywhere, baby.
What?
And now there's so much fucking information everywhere.
Yeah.
We have to actually learn to filter ourselves correctly.
Oh my god, man. That's so interesting because you know the idea of fear is just what you don't know, you fear. That's that's how easy that is. What you don't know.
Oh, that actually really just speaks out to me because my biggest fears in my life is everything I don't understand,
But that's for everyone.
and I noticed that.
But that's the like if you have like
really
really good awareness of your body,
strongly.
if you have
Yeah.
really good awareness of your body, you understand that like the biggest fear you have is like the things you don't understand.
Yep.
And the internet gives you so many things that you don't understand. Like at some point you just get like, what is happening? It's so much.
It's too much.
You get constantly like distracted, like on TikTok or Instagram or whatever,
Yeah,
like
don't even
shorts
start
or
with
whatever,
TikTok,
like
please.
instantly. Like that's just like, oh wait, this is new information. I can go on a tangent on that, but you know what? I'm gonna watch more information. You know, just filling yourself with so many random info that like maybe in the end will connect because you will like eventually find out what it actually means and where it comes from. But like, oh, information, man.
Yeah, man. Like, there's so much information we take in. Like, it often happens, and I see it happening every day that people are just fucking paralyzed because there's just so much to fucking take in, and and your conscious is being like actually sucked out of you because everyone wants your attention. Like literally, like we want your attention. Whoa, we want your attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
We want it now. Give it to us.
give it to us.
What I find most interesting is that was it Vsauce video? I think it was a Vsauce video where the perception of like when you watch something, like this only happened to humanity after like TVs existed. The idea of like when you watch something that's like 50 minutes and you like look away and you want to do something else, you like only remember maybe like 10% of what you just watched. Because like watching TV, like you're living in the moment, which might allow you not to memorize some things. And it also like there is not a lot of information when you watch a TV. Like when you watch TV, you have just some lines, some laugh tracks, some clap tracks, some text.
You're talking about a sitcom right now.
No,
you're
but just like there's different TV, but like every TV and every movie, every show does something else. But when you watch TV, there is this experience by like if you read a book. Okay, let's compare it with reading a book. When you read a book, there is only what you look at is just text. It might be written differently, but it's pretty straightforward. It follows like a pattern for 1 to 10, and like you can just page through it. But when you watch TV, you like, if you don't like it, you just zap to something else. If you don't like it, you zap to something else. Having that option makes you allow not to force your brain to do something uncomfortable, like learning, which makes it really, really hard to expand what you know.
Yeah, those little human behaviorisms. Yeah, you're totally right about that. It's really that's the whole thing that we're talking about. Yeah, like there's so much information and it does a lot to you, and it's really important how you behave with that information. Like it's easily just to fucking rabbit hole yourself into like getting crazy and absorbed by like any conspiracy, like even how weird how fucking weird they get. It doesn't really matter if you choose to actually to fucking just delve and just keep on going and just ignore everything else out there. Yeah, eventually that will be like fucking, I don't know, 30% of your mental capacity. It's up to you. You're the agent.
You know the idea of like what you know what, like in a computer, what RAM is? Like in every fucking device there is RAM, like flash. Yeah. It's like flash memory. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like flash memory.
And like our brain.
I think it's literal like flash memory.
Yeah. But our brain also has that. Like we also have flash memory. Like if you study and like you do and you just procrastinate and you wait till the last day, just the last day. And you do it like because you know you have the confidence that you can like actually learn it in one day, so you don't have to stress that much. If you learn it in one night and you ace it the day after, believe me, you didn't learn anything, because in 2 weeks that's all gone, and you will have
no long-term memory.
Yeah, you will all like that's all flash memory. That's all flash memory, and your brain has flash memory. Like. Are you like if I'm saying 3, 5, 6, 7, 4, and I say keep that in your head, and you might get it, and you might
3,
keep
5,
it in your
6,
head.
1, 4.
I said
Did I
7.
get it? Fuck. I thought I just might as well try.
But if you have those numbers like a license plate that you don't interact with, you won't ever interact with that license plate anymore, and you have seen it. You
Dude,
see
I
the license
sometimes
plate.
challenge myself to remember random license plates for the exact like mental exercise. So I should be able to just do this randomly if I wanted to. And then I just like fucking try to remember a license plate, and I get home and I just think about it like, do I remember the license plate?
Yeah, but what we just know is like if you remember something, like if you try to learn something when it's not connected to any other neuron in your brain, that just dies. It just leaves itself.
Yeah, it literally dies.
It literally goes away. It literally dies because your body is like, you're not connected to anything. You must be trash. So let's take you out. Like,
yeah.
And like that, it's really interesting to see that, because if you try to slow learn every day, maybe 15 minutes of the thing that you learned, like the whole time, you will have it longer in your brain. I won't tell you it will be like standing there for all the time, because your body every cell in your body like fucking refreshes all like every 6 months. I think every cell in your body is like
6-7
completely
months
renewed.
Completely new body.
But I think like that information,
have been replaced.
yeah, that information you will like keep longer. And if you keep engaging with that information, you will keep it. Like all you have to do is maybe like once a month, like just go back to that information, do some like maybe some tasks that do something with that information, and you will keep that information. Just like a muscle, right? If you have muscles, you
It
don't.
is like a muscle.
Yeah, if you have a muscle, you just want to keep on training it, and it will always like be what it is. Like in the beginning of training, yeah, you will see big growth, because like everything else, information, you will see big growth because there is a lot of information at once, a lot of terms, a lot of words that you need to learn. But once you're there, if you need to keep going, you can't just stop. If you stop, your muscles will go away.
Yeah,
And
they will atrophy.
Yeah, and that's how
Skills can atrophy.
Exactly.
Anything can atrophy.
And that's
But,
how your
but let
body
me just
works.
and let me add to your tangent. Like, I mean, sleep and like structural behaviorism. It's really important for long-term memory, because you gotta understand, like, sleep is a real important part of bringing the important information from the short-term memory to your long-term memory, and that you can easily see this effect when you're trying to study math and you're trying to do and you can't learn math like in the short term, never, because it's so complicated, and just theory upon theory upon theory, and it all makes sense because they're fucking abstract numbers. So what do? You engage with it, a lot of activity in your brain, and then eventually you sleep. And in your sleep, your brain will do its best to what it finds important, which you make clear with your learning activities, quotation mark, and then it will actually, after you wake up the next day, be an actual part of your long-term memory, and then you get better at it because it's a part of your long-term memory now, and then you just can refine the process, just do it again, and just keep on building. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. It works like a muscle. You just gotta train it.
But
Behaviors.
it's like shutting down a PC, right? It's like when you have documents open with like a lot of information, you don't just shut down your PC. It won't save it. It will just throw it away. It will go into the void. But if you just take the time to like save it, then
the electricity of the RAM has been lost. Where does it go?
Like
it's gone.
If you just take the time to like save all the documents that you have written, all the information you have gathered, if you just like
that's how Word works. Well,
but
sometimes Word will remember it for you and say, "Well, hey, we have a like emergency save file," and that's what you're trying to do with procrastination. We have an emergency save file.
You're searching for the emergency save.
It's not what you want to do for your rest of your life. Just don't.
Don't
try
play
your
with that
best.
risk.
Just don't do it. It's not worth it. We know.
Take the time. Take the time to like save.
We're
your
humans
documents.
who learn from our mistakes. We know this very well.
Yeah, and also label your documents, right? Like just not put all your information in one pile. Try to sort it away. That's
What does
also
that even
interesting.
mean for your brain right now? We don't know. Good luck.
We don't know. It might be something different. Like,
We're no experts in
yeah,
anything. We just know random shit.
it's really funny when you like look at consciousness, like how you can test like certain consciousness. Um, like if you ask the question like name a five-letter Chinese animal that eats bamboo.
Bama.
Yes, but where did your mind go first? Did he go into the Chinese animals files? Did he go to the five-letter animals files, or did he go to the bamboo-eating animals files? Right, like
No,
it's
no, no. Just like I had this like I had a GIF in my head, like in like the Minecraft panda, just like rolling around. There's like a small chance like the pandas will actually just do a flip, like a summer flip, a somersault flip. I'm
somersault.
not
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, a somersault flip or whatever. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of. Don't ask me how I got there.
Well, maybe you
Don't do
think in
it.
concepts. Those people also
Yeah,
exist.
that is an interesting thought you bring up. Yeah, for sure. How do you how do you think about this thing? How do you engage with them? Like, there are multiple like paths you can take for the same results.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's like if you see like if you have an actual like set and like logical and like you have built up information from like a tree and you like really sorted out your brain well, like you kind of can know where all that information comes from. Like it's really
Yeah,
interesting.
man. Just know. Just know this.
You can't
Pussy.
like it's so hard.
No, 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 no. When my child doesn't remember anything, I will say that. Listen, you know. Don't fuck around. No. Don't treat your children like that.
Please,
People, come
please
on.
don't. No,
It's all
no,
love.
no,
No.
no,
Just,
no.
just be as kind as possible.
Clear
To
warning.
your
We
maximum.
don't. We don't. We don't.
We don't support child abuse. No,
Yes, we don't.
that's
support.
exactly the opposite we're trying to do. We're just a
Oh.
little bit. We're just trying
Passionate.
to be. Yeah, and our humor is kind of dark sometimes, but
You know,
just, just
you can
hey,
take
hey,
it.
listen. Yeah, the people who eventually, like, hopefully will listen to us, do gotta, like, understand our, like, fucking, like, irony to some degree. Come on. Come on. We expect the best of you. Hee hee.
Just like society does. Adjust to
Yeah.
the norms. Understand my words.
Whoa. Or else we just gotta force feed you it. Good
Yeah.
luck.
If you hear a word, please, if you hear a word
Look
that
it
you
up in the
don't
dictionary.
understand,
No.
just look it up, man.
Yeah. Of
If
course,
you don't
sure.
be scared, just looking up things.
Yeah,
Like,
pussy,
you
just
can
look it up, come on.
pause. You have the
Hey,
pause button.
You've got the brains to do this, man. Come on. Most people have the brains to do it. Some people are just willfully choose to be lazy, which is
Yeah.
all right.
It's
Which is all right.
It's fine. I mean,
You
sometimes you can
fucking-
make it up. You can make
Yeah.
it. You can like maybe like hypocrisy means cheese. You know. I don't like cheese in
Exactly.
society. I just don't. You know.
I don't like Swiss cheese. Nothing about Swiss people. We love you. Come on.
Do we know?
This is actually what we
Like,
talked about. I'm not trying to offend anybody.
no, we don't. I mean, we're both cultural messes, so.
Yeah. I'm like half Caucasian, like half like Dutch and half like from Honduras. Yes, how does that make sense? I
Yeah,
don't know.
so he's
I don't
one and a half. He's a 1.5 genetics.
Wait, how am I 1.5?
Because you said I'm half Caucasian, half Dutch, and half.
Oh yeah, okay, I screwed that up. Thanks. Thanks, dude.
1.5 personality.
No, yeah. God damn it. Yeah, you're totally right. I should have said half Hispanic and half Caucasian, or half Dutch and half from Honduras.
Oh man, yeah.
No, it's good that you're being specific with me. Probably helps out some people like listening and figure out what they're trying to communicate.
No. You're a 1.5 half man.
1.5. 2.5 man. Do you
You eat
remember
for
that?
1.5
That
people.
existed.
You
I
use-
actually watched that. 1.5 man, or 2.5 man. Wait, what was the show actually called? I'm actually
don't know.
confused.
I think it's 1.5 man.
No, it's 2.5 man.
Is it 2.5?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
two
it,
because
it is
there's
two
like
and a half, man.
two brothers and a little kid.
Yeah, no, it is 2.5. Yeah, no, that's
Whoa.
what?
Yeah, that's like. Oh, I'm getting a call. Let me just ignore this for now. They replaced one of the actors with that one dude from that '70s show, but I'm really bad with actor names. Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton
Hey,
Kutcher. Oh my god.
Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, they fucking replaced that one dude, that drunk guy with Ashton Kutcher. Hey,
Ashton
listen, for
Ashton
those
Kutcher.
Americans that will listen in the future, listen, I'm not good with any actor names. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. Just I just don't care. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's a big deal for you guys, but I just don't care that much. Except when it comes up in conversation, like right now.
Yeah, you know, there is something really funny about like not having like emotional connection to how what people's
But people
names are.
really, yeah, exactly. People really connect hard with names, and I just can't. And I just don't want to bother to actually learn of actors at least. Like people in my life, which I find important. Yes, of course. Let me use my energy in that. Let me just remember like all the people I know. And I'll be good. But come on, dude, you're really asking too much of me if you're gonna expect me to know, like, every single, like, actor name. Come on.
Yeah, I actually only know what I consider to be like really good actors' names.
Yeah, I know a couple.
I will
People
always
I talk about often.
yeah I always like remember like Heath Ledger, Christian Bale, Joaquin Phoenix, like incredible actors. Like they're just amazing at what they're doing, but like I don't have any emotional connection to them. Like just like, oh well, they make beautiful art and really good at expression of certain emotions with their stuff.
Yeah.
But I have no.
Entertainment is mostly artistic value, to be honest.
Yeah, like if that's also funny. Like those actors like did
Yeah, it's
only
not funny, like haha funny.
yes. Uh, the like the actors weren't the only one that did it. Like there was a writer that made that interesting
Yeah.
abstract idea first, and then there was
Someone
like
had
a
to get them right.
yeah, and then there was a director that said, "I want it in this way. Okay, this is what we want, right? That is the shot." Like the actors didn't do it at one go. Well, there are probably like certain occasions where they did, but like not all of them did it just in one go. And like an actor, yeah, what their main job is acting. Like all they do is like just really being good at expressive, expressive emotional, like depiction.
I just wanna bring up my my beloved Breaking Bad. Bob Odenkirk, great actor. Really sad he actually didn't win the Emmys with Better Call Saul. My condolences. You deserved it. Every single piece of fame that you got, and every single piece of love you got. Because, damn, Better Call Saul was actually a really good spin-off. And yeah, that's also because what you said, like Vince Gilligan was like the actual writer of the script, and yeah, that's the person who is like responsible for the actual integrity. But damn, yeah, some actors are just they do really like fully engage with the script, which is also like really
also
interesting
the
just to see. Yeah, the expression of the character, understanding every emotion of the character.
You know what's funny? Like this is a random thing I know. Christian Bale's like a complete British actor. Maybe even like he's from that area, and he in all his movies, nearly all movies, he's doing an American accent.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah, like and there are a lot of people that like don't know that he's British, like at all.
Yeah.
Like he is like one of the most famous actors in like American media, but like they have no idea that he's British.
Yeah, English people dumb down for Americans. They willfully do it. They don't mind.
That dynamic, though.
They know.
That's so interesting.
It's pretty
Oh,
funny though, because in any other way, like British people are getting shit on, and yeah, these days a lot.
yeah, but like, goddamn, they have so many things that they still need to like pay back for, but they are not even acknowledging it.
Ooh, history buff.
History. Oh man,
History
if I
buff.
tell you 90% of the problems of the world happened because of England, trust me, that's true. Oh man, I'm not gonna go that rabbit hole today.
Good. Yeah,
That's
I'll start to sweat a little bit.
yeah,
So.
yeah. That rabbit hole is a bit of the cooking kind. Goddamn.
Hey, I'm totally alright with it, but just, yeah, first episode that's pretty spicy indeed.
I won't talk about the opium crisis. I will keep that in my back
Oh,
pocket.
we'll get there, children. We'll
Yes.
get there,
Oh my god, man. There are so many fun
and
shit.
hopefully you'll be along with our journey. Even how crazy our conversations can get. And I'll already say on both our behalves, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm already sorry.
I'm sorry. Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I'm not.
Live ruthlessly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You pressed this. You're still listening. That's not on me.
Exactly. You're still listening. We've got your attention. You know why you're here, or do you? Do you know why you're here?
Yeah. Do we? Do we know why we're here?
Somewhat. I have
Okay.
a slightest idea, but
I mean,
but-
I'm starting to build idea. Like from like when you're at the bottom, it's easy to build up.
yeah, because you've got nowhere else to go. It's either like you continue on living, or you or
Yeah,
it's
when you
just straight
hit
up
rock
death.
bottom, there is
I'm sorry, guys, but or else it's just straight up death. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Like the universe will unrelentingly try to kill
I-
you.
I feel so comfortable with the idea that we just have limited time.
Good.
I feel so
Good.
comfortable with that. It's so
Yeah.
resting. It's so beautiful
Peaceful.
in some sense. But
Yeah.
it's also beautiful, like like
Yeah, of course.
from the point when we're born to the point when we're not alive anymore, we can just scream everything into the universe and just like let it be. Maybe maybe something it will matter something, but like we wouldn't know.
Yeah, let's just. That's a really good sentiment to actually like maybe like also just fucking end this episode on Corona
Yeah.
because we're almost an hour in. Like, yes, the whole reason why life actually is able to be beautiful and have any kind of worth is because we actually do like living
Yeah.
means living against death or fighting against. We're defying death by living. Every living thing is, and that makes everything beautiful.
Yeah.
Inherently, because we're doing the impossible. This is impossible, but we're doing it. Like, what the hell, dude? What does that mean?
Like imagine
just-
imagine not even being able to die. That would be
Yeah.
horrendous. Like if you
Exactly.
if you can't have the option, I feel so much more free by knowing if I can choose to die or not.
Yeah.
It's so much
it's
more
nice to be dead when you're dead, and
Yeah,
it's nice to actually be alive when you're alive.
freeing. Yeah, but like you have ultimate power on your shutdown button.
True. If you
Literally.
really take life on a ride, if you say to yourself, "I'm just going to make the best of it each and every day," yeah. For sure. And that's also really, yeah, that aligns with my life, and that's maybe a reason why I'm here, trying to answer your impossible question.
Yeah, life is so impossible because we live.
Yep. Yeah, because we live.
Yeah, but-
No.
but
No, you don't understand. We live.
We live.
We live.
You what?
Yes, the Wii U, the best console. Yes.
You
the
know, that's like-
superior console.
So funny. I think that's Nintendo's like worst sales console.
Yeah, it was their worst sold console, I believe.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Which was really interesting because it really did bring many new features.
Oh
to the
yeah,
franchise.
definitely. Like,
But they also never really. I never got the idea in my childhood when it got released that it really got any big attention, and they never really
They
tried
did
their best to
advertisement bad.
yeah, they advertised like really badly because I never heard of it. I just
You know,
saw it in the store one day, and I was, oh yeah, that does exist right now.
I think they should have given it a complete different name. I think
Yes.
no, like not Wii. I think it should have been like completely something else. Like
Listen, the Wii was actually a beast.
I
Come on,
know the
everyone
Wii was
has a Wii.
amazing. Like you could play every type of game on that, and that was so cool. But what I'm talking about is like the Wii U should have like still hold everything it had and like be able to still play Wii games, but it should have
It
been.
did. It did.
I know.
You could. Yeah,
I
you had
know. I
backwards
know. I know.
compatibility.
I know. But the problem was for me, like when I looked at Wii U, I was like, I already have a Wii.
Yeah,
They should have
that makes a lot of
completely
sense.
differently advertised because you could have done like a lot of cool shit with the Wii U, but like I never knew, right? Because there were a lot of games that you only could have done with the Wii U because there was like the gamepad that they give was also a different like tool to use. Like,
Yeah, we never knew the Wii U.
nope. I never
Nope.
I never knew it like till recently when like I played it with some friends.
It's a really good console to actually crack and just homebrew on. It's really good for it. You can just emulate anything. Now it's kind of like beat because like the Steam Deck exists, and the Steam Deck just straight up beats everything.
Oh my
Like
god.
actually
Veltman.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny because you can just download like Dolphin and play like Nintendo games on it. So now it's basically a Switch also, but better.
Yeah, but like this is so for the listeners out there, this is an example of how we can go from knowing and
Yep.
being comfortable with the idea of death going to Wii U and explaining what
Yes.
kind of good console that is.
Yep.
That's what is gonna be revolving around. I think that's a good point to end on. I think that's a beautiful place
It
to
shows
end.
exactly who we are. We don't give a
Yeah.
shit, but we also do. We do give a lot of shits,
Yeah,
actually.
it's great. We're interested in so many stuff. Why are we talking about a Wii U for 5 minutes now? We don't know, but we find it fun.
we found like the Wii U more interesting than the meaning of life.
No, we find the Wii U interesting because the meaning of life.
Yeah, exactly. It's good that you understand this. You should also understand. We hope you understand this.
Yeah.
We really want to connect with you guys. We want the listeners. to
Play the
understand.
Wii U, buy it. We're advertising.
Oh, oh yeah. Hey, how do we grow? Criticism. So if you have criticism, you give it to us, baby.
now. Yes.
We like to learn.
I like
to learn.
critic.
We like to feed.
I like to be
Yes.
moist critical, you know.
Yes, be moist, really moisty with us. Well, maybe not, but be critical with us.
Yeah, I think that's a good point to end on.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for if you listened.
Yeah, thank you for your attention span for one whole hour. hopefully.
Goddamn, I don't even have that. Well, good job.
Did you notice how much you were looking at your phone? Did you interact with your phone in some degree? And anyhow, let us know.
Yeah,
Let us know how much you
did
interacted
did
with
you
your phone.
like? Did you not even come to this part? Let us know. You know, like
Yeah, let
if
us
you
know.
can like somehow know, you let us know. If you like,
If
even-
you have come to this part, say my cell phone is living its own life.
yeah, if you came to this point, please comment. Wii U best.
Yeah, just choose one. We don't care. You get to decide.
Yeah, let's start a war down
It's your
below.
responsibility now.
Yes.
We're going to bed. We're going to
Yes,
have a healthy sleep
I'm
schedule.
asleep now. Well,
Yes,
goodbye,
same.
goodbye, people.
Hey, goodbye, people. Hey, loves and kisses.